All right, well, good morning, Poppa-D riders. Well, it's actually afternoon, but I sit on the couch watching YouTube and said, you know what? I got to run some errands. I might as well try to make a video while I'm out and about. So the purpose of this video is really to do a shakedown with this new helmet. I've did my motovlog setup on it. There are a lot of other people that have put out videos on how to set up a motovlogging helmet. I may do that at some point, but I was really anxious just to get this set up and not try to fiddle with trying to record everything and stuff like that. So, but I figured this would give me an opportunity to talk about helmets a little bit. But before I get into that, I will be doing a polar bear iron butt ride on New Year's Day. And so the Iron Butt Association has a special ride on New Year's Day. If you do an iron butt, a saddle sore 1000 or a bun burner 1500, whatever you do, and you do it on New Year's Day, there's a special certificate for that called a polar bear ride. And I decided to do that on New Year's Day. I'm also doing 1,000 miles because my son suggested that how I should celebrate once I got to 1,000 subscribers is to do an iron butt and do a mile for all of my subscribers. So I think I'm at 1,028 as of this morning, and the route that I had planned was 1,012 miles. So we'll see how that works out, but I may try to make it match the number of subscribers that I have on New Year's Day, which is a couple of days away. So there's that. Now, helmets. Man, helmets are very particular to each person that has them. As you notice on most of my motor vlogs, I have been wearing a Simpson Ghost Bandit modular helmet. It was black. I bought it in May of 2021, I guess, is when I bought that helmet and started putting it together for making vlogs and YouTube videos. And actually, when I bought the helmet, I thought it was the correct size, but these helmets, this is another Simpson Ghost Bandit modular helmet, run a bit large. So that helmet, as soon as the cheek pads and the forehead pad loosened up, it's actually been too big for me the entire time, but it was just too expensive a helmet for me to just discard. So I've worn it all this time and decided to get one that actually fits properly. So this one fits me properly. It's a large, but it brings me back to what kind of helmet do you ride and why do you choose to ride that? Now, for local rides, I used to just wear a half helmet. It's hard to video for you guys with that half helmet on, so I rarely wear that anymore, but I need to get a new one. I've had that half helmet for, I don't know, probably 10 years now. I've painted it to match the bike and different things like that over the years. Anyhow, a half helmet, but half helmets just don't offer you the same level of protection that a full face or a modular does. And then for years, I rocked a 3/4 helmet, and I'll put a picture of that right here. It's an HJC 3/4 helmet. It had a way to put a visor on it if I needed a visor for rain or cold to protect my face. And then I could take that visor off, or shield rather, I guess I should call that a shield. It had a way to put that shield on there to protect my face from wind and rain. And then when I wanted to just have wind in my face, which I really like, you notice a lot of times I don't use the shield on this bike. Anyways, I could put this visor on it, the sun visor, and I'll show you guys a couple of pictures of that right here. Great helmet for touring. I had it set up because for a long time there was no modular helmet or full face helmet that I could get enough wind to my face, or it didn't vent the helmet well enough for me to wear it in hot weather. So I just didn't wear them. But motor vlogging pretty much necessitates, if you want to do what I'm doing right now and talk to you guys while I'm riding, a full face or a modular helmet. And so at the time I was working at Harley Davidson, I was able to get that Simpson helmet at a little bit of a discount, and I decided to go with that, and I found that that was an excellent helmet for me. It's light, it fits on my head well, this one better, and it was great for setting up for motor vlogs. So that's why I rock this helmet. But what do you guys wear, and why do you choose to wear that type helmet? The other thing I'm doing this morning is basically just doing a shakedown ride in preparation for my iron butt that I'm doing on the 1st. So I got out this morning, my tire pressure was a little low. I run them at 40 PSI front and back, and they were at 36 PSI front and back. So for years I had a small slime air compressor that I could plug into the bike and pump my tires up. But I guess back in the fall, before I went to Key West, I went to air the tires up, and the hose for that had gotten a little pinhole in it. So instead of replacing that, I looked to see what was new. I mean, that thing was, I got it in 2009, so it was fairly old. And man, on Amazon, I found this cool little air compressor that basically it is charged with a USB port, and you can set it to the desired pressure. And once you set it to the desired pressure, it will inflate your tires to that and cut off. So that's what I used today to inflate my tires. I probably should have videoed that, but I didn't. And I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I guess I need to become one. But I'll put a link, if I can find it, or a description of that air compressor. I'll put a picture of it right here. And I'll put a link how you can find it on Amazon. It was less than $30 and very convenient to go in the saddlebag. So I did that this morning, and I wanted to check out the head, the helmet, make sure that the audio is coming through now that I've got it set up. I've got the microphone in a little bit different spot in this helmet than I had it in the other helmet, and make sure I'm good to go for that ride on New Year's Day. So, you know, guys, that's all I wanted to really do today, was bring up those couple of items. Put down in the comments what kind of helmet you rock and why you rock that kind of helmet. And I know a lot of people don't like to wear helmets at all. I live in a helmet state, so it's required. And if you watch my videos long enough, you know that when I'm in an area where I can ride without a helmet, sometimes I choose to do that. We're all adults here. But the safest thing, speaking from a former EMS professional, is to have a full face or a modular helmet on like I have here that has chin protection. Because trust me, when you go down, having a helmet will potentially save your life. And more than likely, if you have a full face helmet on, you're going to come down. If you ever seen anybody that crashes, you land on your face to the side, sometimes straight ahead. This chin part protects your lower jaw. And if that were to hit the pavement first, you immediately block off your airway, and it makes it very difficult for a responder to control your airway. And then your face is not going to be the same. So if you like your face, you're a pretty boy, which I am not, this is the kind of helmet to rock if you're going to be out and riding, especially if you're doing crazy stuff like I've seen some people do. But this is the safest way to rock a helmet. But we all choose to ride how we want to ride, and you ride your ride, and you choose what is right for you. This is the right setup for me, especially as I've gotten older. But I still like to ride without a helmet when I can. It's not conducive for long distance riding. This is the best thing I've found for long distance riding. I'm ready to go. If the rain hits, boom, I can pop the shield down. I'm ready for the rain. If it's, you know, windy or cold outside, I can pop the shield down. It's about 56 degrees today. I actually started out, this is the second time I've started this video. I started out videoing this morning. I had on my heavier coat underneath this. I've got on layers. And by the time I got to the first store I was stopping at and got some fuel, I was sweating so bad I had to take it off. And this is about right. I mean, like I said, it's 56 degrees. When I leave on New Year's Day here that morning, it's going to be in the 40s, but I'm headed south. So it should be warm enough by the time I get down there. My intention is right now, the route that I have planned, I'm going to meet Wood Jr. and those folks he's riding with from Savannah. I'm going to meet them at St. Simon's Island at Southern Soul Kitchen, I believe is what it's called, for lunch. But by the time we get there, I'm leaving the house at 2 in the morning. I'll probably beat them there, hopefully, by a little bit of time. And I'll take me a little nap and be ready. I'll socialize and have lunch with those guys, and then I'll be headed home. But when I get to St. Simon's Island, I'll be 630, 640 miles into my ride. So then I'll only have 360, 370 left to go. So that's the plan. So if you're coming to Wood Jr.'s get-together on New Year's Day, I'll see you there. I'm just not riding with you down there. If you are in the Columbus, Georgia area, Atlanta area, anything like that, and you'd like to join me on my ride and meet up down there with Wood, let me know here in the comments, and I'll figure out how we can private message each other and figure out how to rendezvous. But I am on a timeline. I gotta get home and get my 1,000 miles in. But I should be in the Atlanta area, I guess, sometime around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I should be over by Columbus, Georgia by 7 or 8, depending on how traffic is and what's going on. And it's going to be New Year's Day, so I'm here at the Walmart, and I'm going to pick up some things for my wife. And I should have just parked right up front. I think I'll circle around and do it. I was talking to you guys and wasn't thinking about parking. Anyhow, somebody from Lake Lure is calling me, and I don't know who that is, so I'm not going to answer. But if you're coming to that ride and you'd like to ride with me, reach out. I'll try to figure out how I can rendezvous with you, and we'll have a good morning. And then you can head on back home. If you're here in Charlotte and you want to ride with me, hit me up now. But I am leaving at 2 a.m. with the sole intent of getting home, hopefully, by 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, maybe at the latest. And that's even with the lunch stop. So all are welcome to come ride with me. I look forward to the day, and I'll catch you guys on the next ride. Poppa-D out. Have a blessed day.